yesterday, and we made a high at 235.44, and we're opening just under 235. So, my thought process, we closed the day at 235.01 as well, so just above. This did just break all-time highs by about $2. So, I think there could be some more room to run there. So I'm going to focus on this because this is the closest to like an actual like high or low here. One thing I do want to mention is Meta is one of the few green things today. Like Tesla is up like 50 cents, which is basically nothing. Amazon's actually down about 50 to 30 cents, which honestly is pretty flat. Google's flat. Oracle's down $3. Nvidia's down about $3. So I don't know. To me, Meta, I'm not going to jump on this today, like right off the open. We do have earnings next week, which honestly really screws this up for us because the contracts are going to be super expensive next week because IV will be up. I almost thought about buying 650 calls for 2 weeks out. If you buy next week 650s, they're $1,500. If you buy 2 weeks out, they're only $1,700. So an extra $200 gets you, another week of time. So it'd be worth, if I wanted to swing this. The only thing is I don't want to hold it through earnings. I mean, even though I think there's a really high chance this could skyrocket. Well, I don't know about skyrocket, but at least break out this all-time high in earnings just because the way the chart looks and everything. It could just as easily come down. It's earnings. Zuck hasn't been super like positive. He talked about maybe having a rough 2025. I believe is what he said. So I don't know. As much as I love this chart and really want to just like crush an all-time high trade here on this, it's going to be an expensive one if we do it. So I feel like most people won't be able to trade it. But also this could be really choppy. Trying to make all-time highs before earnings. So, maybe it gets up there to all-time highs and kind of like fakes at everyone out just because people don't, really want to go long, be too aggressive when they have earnings next week on the 29th. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to just be patient here with all this. So I think Amazon has a really high chance of just being a quick little scalp this morning. Nothing crazy. I'm not looking for a crazy move. I would like to see a little dip off the open and then opening range break through 235, looking to make a new high at 235.44. Probably looking to take profits around 236. Not going to be anything super fancy, super special. I'm not going to be going in super heavy. I do have to leave a little early today. I'm not going to be able to stay for an entire hour after the open just because I got some class this morning. So I'll get at least a good 30 to 45 minutes in here with y'all. But that should be all we need for an Amazon trade here because I don't want this happening, an hour after the open. So other than that, Google just kind of got stopped up around 200, came back down to 198. Tesla's around 415. That's just kind of had a rough last few days after the inauguration. I don't really know why. Other things to pay attention to, like Netflix didn't really make any new highs after the earnings yesterday. I mean, it was up a ton. And then it just struggled, just sold right off. And then no one was really willing to buy it up this much. And it just kind of slowly came down here. So I would be interested if this gets back to 1,000, that 1,000 like psychological level to me is could be a solid trade. But Netflix is just crazy. So I want this to happen. If I'm going to trade Netflix, it's got to happen in like a day or two because that's when the volume will still be there, post catalyst kind of thing. So coming into the end of the week, guys, going to be trading probably the 235 calls for this week on Amazon. Those have the most open interest. The 240s could work, but remember we have it's one DTE right now. So I don't want to be too far out of the money, especially if this is a little bit slower because theta is just gonna crush you a little bit. Other than that, though, I'm just waiting for Meta. If Meta really starts going, maybe there's a trade there. Other than that, I'm sitting back. So if you guys have any other tickers you want me to go over, please throw them in here. We've got about 8.5 minutes here until the open. But 235 calls for this week is what I got loaded up. Again, wanting to see a dip off the open, playing the opening range break through the high of the day, looking for a break at 235, looking for a break of yesterday's high, 235.44, and then looking for probably to target 236. I do think this could go 236.50, maybe even 237 today, but I'm not going to hold for that long. We should get a really nice percentage on these 235 calls, considering it's a Thursday with 1 DTE on these contracts. So just kind of looking to be in and out, and just be smart this morning. Rip Google. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see. I don't know. Just it's simply I'm gonna wait until it gets back up to around 201, 202. Other than that, don't care about it. Dell. Nicole, I'm looking at the 235 calls for this week, expiring this week, which I believe is the 24th. Dell. So yeah, a pretty strong move. Looks like yesterday ended up pulling back towards the end of the day. To me, I'm not super interested in trading this anywhere from 110 to 120. I'll probably wait for like 125 if I was wanting to trade this, or under 110. Kind of like that 107 level. This could probably start breaking back down. I don't know. We're just kind of right in the middle of a range. So I'm going to probably stay away from that personally for a day trade. BA puts. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it had a pretty nice little bounce here the last like 2-3 days. Could it reject here and come back to 170? I think that's very doable. I just don't see anything technical wise that would make me want to go to the downside on this, unless there's some bad news. What about Oracle? Is there some downside potential? Maybe, yes. I mean, obviously that gap's way up, and then there was already a gap where this box is that y'all can see, and it just opened up above and filled that whole gap. So that was a pretty solid short. There is still more room in this gap. So I mean, if you want to trade yesterday's low, like what is it, 180.57 through that low, and then a break of 180. Yeah, I mean, this could easily come back down. The only thing is, I don't know that I'm super comfortable trading this to the downside, even though, I mean, technicals kind of line up here, right? I mean, we have a gap. It was weak yesterday. It's volumes to the roof. It's up on good news. So to me, yesterday was like the blow off top short. Today, I would be more looking for this to kind of base out around this 180 level and then start to bounce again, because they had great news yesterday. So that's just I don't know. That's my thought on it. But if it's weak, market's weak, this could easily be a nice little downside trade through 180. I wouldn't be looking for like 175 on it, but you might be able to pick up $2-3 under 180. I know Trump speaks today. If you mentioned it and you're in a put, it may go bad. Yeah, that's true. What'd someone say? Do I lock the Amazon calls in now or wait till open? So no, so you don't lock them in now. I'm just saying that I'm having those loaded up. So if I do want to get into these calls, I will tell you guys. So again, it's going to be like a quicker trade. So I want you to have them like loaded up and ready to go, Chris. But I'm going to watch it off the open and say, okay, I'm going to get in around here. Okay, I'm in. All right. So it's going to be pretty blatant, like when I'm saying I'm buying. And then, if you would like to follow along, you can. Obviously, it's completely up to you. And it's, the risk is up to you and all that. I will be telling you when I'm getting out, when I'm stopping out, all of that. But, size correctly. Don't go in with like, full port, anything like that. Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of people don't do it because there's just a lot of pressure, especially trading this aggressively. So we got about 4 minutes here. Fed speaking next week. I don't know right now. I don't know. Microsoft. So I know Microsoft did good a few days ago, or yesterday. Up after hours the day before, up yesterday. I don't know. It's not really something I want to chase, but if it kind of comes down to 440 and holds, then you could look to kind of trade yesterday's high up to 450. But on a bigger time frame, 450 is a big resistance. But a break of 450, a break of 455, this could be on its way to all-time highs, right? A lot of these mega cap stocks are making all-time highs right now. So, this could just be one that's going to happen in a couple days. So this is just kind of following the trend here. Got about 3 minutes left. I'll say it again for new people that join, and those people get here late. Looking at the 235 calls for Amazon expiring January 24th, expiring this week. I'm looking for a dip off the opening range break through 235. That's kind of the plan here. So just like we saw on Google on Tuesday, guys, we're seeing a little dip here. So we may not get much more of a dip off the open, and we may just be looking to trade pre-market high into 235. Okay, so it could be a quick one. This might be there may be an entry 1 to 2 minutes after the bell. But again, this isn't something that I'm going to be going in super heavy with at all. I'm just going to be looking to kind of catch a new high here, break of yesterday's high, looking for about $1, maybe $1.50 move on this. Nothing too special. So got about 2.5 minutes here. I'll make sure everyone's focused. And yeah, Amazon 235s. The first interest rate decision. Oh, nice. So we got FOMC. I was about to say, I don't think we've had FOMC yet this month. Big dip here on Amazon. That's honestly pretty good for us. Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen at FOMC? Let's just try not to predict it. Who cares? That's just what I like about day trading is I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to try to trade it. I'm not going to try to do anything like that. So just let it happen, and we'll see where the market goes. All right, Pookie, let's go. 235 calls Amazon. Gonna bet be 4,000%. Or go like 250 calls and buy them for $1, and then they'll go to 100. Cements and earnings, etc. Yeah, so yeah, earnings is starting to come around. I was gonna say you can get like 250 calls for this week, so probably be like worth $1. And if they get a 2, that's 100%. If you can get filled. But yeah, a lot of earnings are coming up, guys. We got like I said, Meta next. I think Tesla's next week as well. Nvidia is typically pretty late, but it's about to be earnings season again. So things are going to start picking up. We got about 30 seconds here though. So again, 235 calls for Amazon. Big dip here off the open. So really just going to be looking to play some momentum up here into 235. And yeah, here we go. I'll lock in. Big wick there to start the day. Dipped to 233. Needs to hold 233. I really don't want this to go much lower here. Market's trying to bounce a little bit. My screen is lagging. I don't know what's going on here. Under 233. I want to see this get bought up pretty quickly here. Market is selling off, so maybe this is going to be a pullback day. I'm not sure. But really just going to be looking for aggressive buying up into this new high a day, guys. 234.38. That's going to be my entry. You got filled? No way. Close under 233. Not really what I wanted to see here. Need to see a bounce here ASAP. Market's starting to bounce. Just a little weaker than I would like to see here. Tesla popped a little bit. Amazon's breaking 232.50. Wow, it just broke 232. This has gotta bounce here soon. We're not gonna get this trade. Back above 232. Thursday, guys, so don't get too aggressive here off the open. I want to see an aggressive bounce here as soon as I can see it. Got to get back from 233 here. Come on, Amazon. Rejection here. Market starting to roll back over. SPY's just kind of been selling off, but NQ tried to bounce. Kind of worries me a little bit here. All I'm looking for here is a volume move through this VWAP levels and around 233.5. That's kind of where I want to see this start speeding up. Probably get in there right before the new high of day, and then just see this go right through 235, right through yesterday's high, and just probably start getting out. That's kind of all I'm looking for here. What I don't want to see is this pop up like it is right now and reject off 233 and roll back over. That's kind of ruined this for me, I think. Oracle's actually ripping here. Meta pulled back off the open. NVIDIA not doing a whole lot. This is trying to get up there. Just want to see this flip through 233. That's really all I want to see here is a quick move back through this 233 level. The opening price today is 233.5. So that's going to be the next spot I want to see. And Netflix is up a little bit for sure. At 970 here, almost a $20 move off the open. Seeing some more buying pressure here. That bottom side wick to me is good. I want to see this boom go right through like that. Nice. Keep on going. Got to close above 233 here. I don't want to see rejections like that. Come on, Amazon. You can do it. Market's still pushing. I'm seeing SPY go for high a day. We're seeing NQ go for high a day. So this is kind of lagging a little bit, but I'll still be confident in this if we see some aggressive moves still up in here. We're just still rejecting this VWAP and 233 level. So I want to see us get above that as soon as possible here. There we go. Above 233, above VWAP. I'd like to see it close up here. Seeing a little rejection on NQ. Amazon's not getting affected by it. I love to see that. This would be a nice opening range break. 15 seconds on this candle here. That's a great candle. Nice volume on it as well. Seeing a little rejection from the overall market here. So I want to be kind of cautious with this. But we closed above VWAP, closed above 233. Right here at the opening price. Market's still pushing. This pulls back a little bit here. It's okay. Yeah, I have a ton of monitors, Trey. So I'm watching the overall market. I'm watching and the stock at the same time. I don't want to see this get back into 233, guys. I want to see it hold and kind of bounce right off this. Market's pulling back. That's kind of the only issue I'm seeing right now is the market's pulling back, but this is holding up really nicely here. As long as this doesn't get ripped down back under 233, I'm going to be happy with this. I'd like to see the market bounce here. We're using VWAP and 233 as support now. Got to see a nice bounce up in here through like 233.65. You know, this may not be a terrible spot for like an early entry and using a I would have a stop loss right under 233. But with the market pulling back, the odds to me are just really high that you could get stopped out there. Amazon's, yeah, here we go. Nice little bounce from the market. I would like to see Amazon push like right now. Starting to pull back a little bit. Come on, Amazon. Let's go. Market's ripping up here. NQ, SPY, making highs a day here. Amazon's got to get moving. We got to get moving here. If you're just going to trade one contract, then there's no reason to early entry on this. Just wait for the high of the day. The real trade, guys, remember, is up here at 235. So anything down here is just early entry stuff. I like how it's holding VWAP here. This is kind of basing out one nice candle here through this little high. Should be what we need to just send this to the high of the day. Come on. I want to see this get through 233.50. Here we go. 45. Right there at that 50-cent level. Smash through that. Market's going for a high day as well. SPY and NQ are moving beautifully. I like the way this is setting up. We just got to wait for that momentum to come in. Yeah, I agree. Right there above that 233.60. Right in there, it should get this thing moving. Come on, I want to see a nice candle right here with some volume. I don't want to see it reject again. We're only 9 minutes in. We got plenty of time on this. It's holding well. Broke through. Let's get 70-cent level break. Contract for $1.25. Still not seeing the momentum that I want, but overall, this is a nice kind of reversal here. So just want to see some volume really come into this as it comes up through 234. That's gonna be my entry up there because all I'm looking for is a new high in the day, break through 235, and then break yesterday's high. Here we go. My screen's really laggy though, so if you guys see it break 234 before I do, that's my entry. Small size. If it rips through high of the day and it's ripping right to 235, I may add a little bit there. Other than that, this isn't some sort of massive trade. Come on, Amazon. Market rejecting a little bit here. I want to see how Amazon can hold up. For you guys that are new, a lot of the times I like watching my stock and how it compares to the overall market. So I'm watching NQ, which is the Qs, right? QQQ. And I'm also watching SPY. So if SPY and Qs are stagnant or selling off and our stock is holding up strong, that's good, because if we can get a reversal and a bounce and then some strength on futures, then that should almost act as like a complement to our strong stock. Right now, to me, it seems like Amazon just kind of got dragged up with it. I'm not really seeing super crazy buying pressure here. Ideally, we see a big candle here through 234, and that's going to be kind of my entry for a high day move. Let me check out a wall, 235. Little wall there, about 20,000. It should get bigger as we get closer. That's just kind of how Amazon works. We're holding up pretty nicely, though, guys. I'm looking at SPY and NQ sell off here. Not sell off, but definitely pull back off their highs. And Amazon's holding up for now. I don't want to see this like quickly get pulled all the way back to 233. So if we can just hold up here, to me, that's a total positive for this. This is Amazon typically pretty slow. Contracts are about $1.30 here. Nice close on that candle on a market red candle. If we can see one more bounce here from the market when it rips to its high of the day, I think this is about to be ready to go. It's just moving a little slow for my liking here. Market's starting to bounce. Let's go, Amazon. Show me something aggressive. Tesla selling off. We're holding up really nicely, though, so I do like that. But all it's going to take is one hard sell-off on the market. This could easily get pulled back. But so far, I love the strength. I just want to see it move a little bit faster. If this was a perfect world, but if you think you're ever going to be in a perfect world in trading, you're in the wrong business. Here we go. 234 is coming in. I hate to buy up on a high like this, but I think this is probably where we need to start entering. Starting to see some aggressiveness here. I'm holding off for just a second. This is around where I wanted to see that entry. Remember, it's Thursday. You're going to see some big percentage movements on your contracts. I haven't gotten in yet, but I'm looking to get in here like any second. I just kind of hate how it's gone slowly straight up there. I typically want to see it go a little bit faster. This candle flips like red to green. So if my entry is going to be up here, guys, my stop loss is going to be around 233.50 probably. But again, I'm going to be light size. So I can have a little bit more room on this. Still not completely sold on this entry here, but just because if it pulls back down in here and then we kind of see a cup and handle looking thing, that's to me a safe entry. So just a little bit risky to get in right here. 235 call for this week, Amazon Big Bull. Let's see a little pullback here on NQ and SPY. Wow, look at that. Amazon's looking strong. I hate getting in on a market red candle, but we might be getting in here any second, guys. Little pullback. Maybe we can get lucky and get in on a little pullback down here as we have a little bit wider stop loss. Here we go. A little bit of a pullback. Market's just selling off. Amazon's holding up really, really well. I don't like how stagnant it is. The only reason I'm a little hesitant on this, but again, I'm gonna get in. All right, I think I'm gonna buy some here. Small size, guys. Remember, small size is what I'm in. Stop loss is going to be around this VWAP 233.50 area. Other than that, I'm probably going to add right around this high of the day if I can see an aggressive pop. So I'm in with even smaller size than I thought I would be in. But I'm happy to add into this trade. That's the beauty of this. Here we go. Already a nice pop there. Rejected a little bit. Just looking for a high day move here. Market's bouncing with this as well. I want to see some aggressiveness now from Amazon. Little rejection there on the market. I got a 133 fill. If we stop out on this small position, that's totally fine. But I'm loving volume starting to pick up here a little bit. Market's trying to push for its high of the day. This is a kind of like a tiny little baby flag here. So a break through this should put us straight to the high of the day there, which I may add to the position at, but we'll see. Little tiny new high there. Remember, high of the day is 234.38. So we're about let's see, about 20 cents away, 25 cents away. Yeah, we're trading options, Monty. I'm trading the 235 calls for this week on Amazon. We bought in at 133. I think this has Pookie. I mean, I think this should be a solid trade. We just got to get it up there. And we got to get that volume coming in. It's just a little slow for me. I want to see some candles like this. Just got to get a little bit of a flip here. Monty, what don't you understand here? I'm going to try to read what you're talking about as I focus on this, but what don't you get? You're not done. Yeah, you're not dumb at all. This is pretty intricate. New high on NQ. SPY going for a new high. Got to see this thing moving here soon. Ideally, this flips from red to green on this candle. Flip through 234.20. Trying to hold 234 here. I don't really want to see this pull all the way back down, but it might. This is just moving. I don't know if it's my computer or what, but it's really laggy for me. Bitcoin is absolutely ripping here after the open, up about 5,000, 4,000 bucks here. Yeah, SPY is just kind of stagnant as well near its high of the day. $234.12. It's not like it's falling, guys, but we kind of see it basing here or just consolidating. So one nice volume push through this consolidation area here should be great because consolidation isn't always bad. Sometimes it's actually a good thing. Okay, cool, Monty. Yeah, and you can always DM me as well. But write questions down or things you don't understand down so you remember them. Come on, Amazon, let's go. This is moving like a penny stock. Here we go. Nice little pop there. I want to see volume come into this. You can see here we got this little resistance at 234.20. So just what I like to do is put a little alert there. And then we have high of the day 234.39. Here's a pullback. Let's see if this can get bought up or not. Market did pull back a little bit as well. Look at that. See, guys, that is something that I look for to stay in a trade. This is kind of what helps confirm I'm looking at the right thing. Pullback here, buyers came in and bought that up aggressively. That's going to spike volume here, and that could be all this needs here to now push to the high of the day. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I hope you guys noticed that big wick. It sold off, looked like a big red candle, and got instantly bought back up. Super quick there. Yeah, exactly. If this was a real sell-off, then this would already be down, to VWAP. So that proves to me that there's buyers looking to grab this on any chance that they get. So they're just kind of loading up in here. I think this is going to be golden, but we'll see. Don't want to jinx it. That was just kind of my deciding factor right there. That's to me how important that was. It doesn't mean that this is a guarantee trade, but that's a really important thing for me to see. Push up, we're just consolidating here. Once we get a break out of this consolidation zone, looking for just a break straight through the high of the day, and then this should just take straight off to 235 if it's going to work the right way here. I wanted this to be a little quicker. I still got about 20 to 25 minutes I can sit here. NQ pulling back a little bit, SPY pulling back a little bit. We're seeing Amazon still hold flat here, which is good. Volume to me is just a little low. So I want to see that really spike now. But sometimes low volume is actually a good thing because all you do as a day trader is just wait until you see volume. There's no volume. There's no reason to be forcing any sort of scalps. We're in small. I'm going to look to add into this trade on a strong break through 234.20. Okay. If it just comes up and barely breaks it, to me, that's not an ad. I want to see nice. That's a good candle. So if this comes up to 234.30, I'll probably add a little bit there, and then just look to let this thing just keep going. That's a beautiful looking candle. That's what I've been kind of waiting on here. 234.19. Market's selling off here a little bit. At least NQ is. SPY went red to green. So I like, again, seeing strength on Amazon against other things. Come on, Amazon. I thought that was going to be it right there. I think this is a ticking time bomb here. I think now we can even move our stop loss to like 233.70. That may be something that could work. I just don't want to get faked out if there's any sort of wick like that, Your stop loss is kind of up to you and how much you're willing to risk. I'm probably going to have one down here around 233.60, 233.50. Look at that candle. That's beautiful. Come on, I want to see a candle like that. It's red, flips to green, and just goes straight through. It's going to be fireworks if we see something like that. NQ trying to base out and bounce here. SPY's just kind of moving a little slow at its high of the day. Just be patient here. No one should be stressed out. If you're stressed out, you're in with too much money. So far, this is working pretty well. It's just a little slower than I anticipated. We even got in on a little pullback as well, which I liked. So we got a good entry there. Still just sitting break even in. We're out of the money. 77. Okay. It's a little tight, I think, but there's no reason to have a super wide stop loss here. Let's see if this candle gets bought up. This is where I want to see it get bought up. Oh, wow. Straight through. That's not a good candle. Market pulled back hard. What time is it? 55. If there's no bounce here, then I may just cut it. Yeah, I'm out. Look at that. That is so disappointing. Well, that's kind of what happens sometimes, guys. People just get tired of sitting up there and let it go flat. Got a little PLTR action. Nice. Yeah, sellers definitely won that battle for sure. Can always get back in it, the trade, so I'm not super worried. That was just, you know, you got out with some profit. Nice. Uh, the Rockstar, good. I'm still happy to enter this trade if we get back above up here, but to me that just kind of proves that it failed. I don't know. I loved the way that looked for a while, but is what it is. Maybe that was a fake out too. They pull it back to 233. They bounce it here, and then maybe this comes all the way back up here a little bit, but I don't know. That just kind of sucks. We were watching Amazon there we were in for a little while, it just consolidated and then just sold off on us. So let's see if it holds 233. If not, I don't really see anything else that I'm loving. Market just took a dump. I still like it too. I can't let everyone hold down 30%. But a bounce here from 233 is what I would want to see happen quickly. Other than that, I don't know. I'm seeing Tesla's pretty choppy, Meta's pretty choppy. It's starting to peek its head out a little bit here. Google, not really doing much. Oracle's moving pretty well. Other than that, I don't really love anything. I mean, everything sold off those last few minutes. Bitcoin, NQ, SPY, Nvidia, Netflix, Tesla. Everything just kind of got ripped down. Yeah, Meta's definitely one of the stronger ones in the last couple minutes, at least. Oh, it's disappointing. I thought we were gonna get a move like that to the upside. That's kind of what I was banking on there. That would have been awesome. Markets start to recover really fast here. Yeah, wow, market recovered fast. We'll see what this does. We're sitting right here at 233. I want to see this either bounce right now. If it gives it up, I think it's probably done. But holding here and a strong bounce back up, to me, puts this back in play. But we're just going to have to wait and see on that. Back above VWAP there. It's trying. Nice bounce. Wow. That would have been a good buy down there. I hate double dipping so quickly, but I don't know. SPY just pulled back. If this quickly gets back up to 234, there may still be something here. Pulled back down here. Futures are just kind of acting weird. It's got to hold 233 for me to be confident. market just quickly got pulled back down. So ideally, this can hold up here like it's doing. For anyone that doesn't watch futures, I think you should take a mental screenshot of Amazon and switch over to SPY or switch over to NQ or QQQ and see how they're moving. What time does Trump talk? That could be a factor here for sure. 12, yeah, could be. Man, I thought we were gonna get that. Mm. Still holding 233, kinda. Market's selling off hard here, so I love kind of seeing it sit here. Just need a little help. Amazon's still sitting right there. Still holding. Uh, that's just kind of like the little algo thing I have on here, Trace. Any hollow candle is actually a green candle, and any solid candle is a red candle. But I have this little line on here, so it just kind of helps me focus on trend. I've used it for so long and just keep it that way. And honestly, I like the colors a little more. The normal Thinkorswim ones are just kind of dull. I could change them, but I don't know. I just like the way this looks. I never trade off the algo though. It's Stocks Buddy beats this 10 times out of 10. Yeah, market could just kind of be a little chopped up because of that Trump speech, but who knows? Back above VWAP here. Market trying to recover a little bit. I just think that Amazon's volume is just not there. I don't have a ton more time here because of class, so probably about 10 more minutes. Sitting real stagnant here. Tesla sold off almost down to 410. Yeah, I think Zuck would win that just because he's been training for it or training jujitsu. But yeah, I know that Musk and Altman hate each other, or at least Musk doesn't like Altman. Yeah, Tesla got no love today, Latvian. I bet you could, Boogie. There might be something going on here, guys. I mean, this is kind of like coiling up, as I like to say, for a possible pop back up to highs, or maybe this breaks down. Market just bounced pretty hard, almost up to high of the day here on SPY. Amazon's just not really moving, though. It's kind of the only problem I'm seeing, but we'll see. I don't have a ton of time here, but at least you guys know the areas that I'm looking to, that I would look to trade. Big wick there on the market. Wow. 233.44, 233.50. I don't mind this price action. I mean, obviously it's not my favorite or what I wanted really at all, but I don't really mind that it came down at 233 here, kind of consolidated. Um, what would kind of bring my attention back to this is like an aggressive candle, like straight up to 234, like a quick pop there, one or two candles. To me, puts this back in play. If it just slowly trickles its way up there, it's not my favorite. But again, I think a break at 234.25 and even this high of the day could really get things going that quickly. We just got to get up there. It's the only problem. Yeah, I mean, typically under VWAP for me is bearish. It just kind of all depends. I never used to use VWAP until I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, just because I would put it on my screen and just kind of let things move, and it ended up kind of working out. There we go, a little pop here from Amazon. Don't have much more time here with y'all, but um, this is starting to move up here. I know, right? The second I leave, y'all are gonna get the trade, but as long as you understand kind of where the entry is, to me, it's above 234, 234.25, up in that area for the new high of the day. Looking for a break at 235, and then looking for a break at yesterday's high, 235.44. That's all I want. So have obviously use risk management, put your stop loss where you think it should be. Don't go in with your whole account. I think there's still a very high chance for this. I don't. It's not my favorite that it's happening this late in the day, but is what it is. I got about 3 more minutes here, guys. So if there's any last minute questions on things, please ask. Any tickers, please ask. Other than that, I'm going to have to get out of here pretty soon. I do have coaching tonight, guys, at 7 p.m. Eastern time for my coaching students. I have an interesting topic I would like to go over. So thank you, Pookie. There's my link if anyone's interested on the free side. Other than that, though, don't have much. Amazon's probably going to do this without me, so hope you guys make some money. Just use some risk management here. I think this could rip through 235. Pookie, I mean, if you want to take over, you're more than welcome to. But if anyone has questions, I'll have my phone with me, so I'll try to answer as much as I can today. But I'm going to be out for most of the day. All right, sounds good. Well, if you guys have been working hard, I bet you could take this trade on your own. But if not, even if you don't feel comfortable trading it, just watch the chart, see how it moves. This is where you learn. Got to get some screen time. Got to actually focus on things and watch how things move. All right, I'm gonna call it here, guys. Have a good rest of the day, and I will see you tonight, 7 p.m. I'll take care. Bye-bye. I know. Here it goes. I'm going to end the stream so it'll go. Bye, y'all.